Random fact, at higher elevation, you are more likely to fart. Yes, pass gas. Do I have your attention now? Hey, in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a bunch of interesting facts that relate elevation to your beard. Whether you are living at higher elevation, you're going hiking, or you just like to consume knowledge that may be related to your beard and could be helpful to you in the future. And do me a favor, stick to the end of this video because the last fact is really going to catch you off guard even more so than that opening intro about farts. And also another favor, if you could hit a thumbs up on the video. And if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. My name is Dan C. Bearded. And if you like the vibes, if you like beard content, consider subscribing. You can go look through my other videos, see if it seems worth it or interesting to you. And hey, if you don't like the subscription a few weeks down the road, you can just simply remove it. I do appreciate every single one of those, especially my returning subscribers that stay subscribed, watch the videos, and interact. Man, you guys are the absolute greatest. The higher elevation you go, the more likely problems you are going to have with your skin. We are talking about really high altitudes of like 14,000 feet plus, but at that height, at that altitude or elevation, you're going to be looking at dry skin, cracked skin, and a higher increased chance of having infections. Now, there's a bunch of factors involved in this, but the two main ones would be, number one, you're gonna have an increased stress hormone that does negatively impact the skin and the hair. Number two, it is harder to get the oxygen to the skin and hair where we need it to kind of move the nutrients around, and that's just gonna cause those complications. And when we're looking at a beard and the environment underneath our beard, dry skin, cracked skin, infected skin, that's about as bad of a recipe as it gets. Another factor that's pretty interesting is the higher up you go in elevation, the more exposure you have to UV rays. So UV rays are awful for your skin, right? That can really damage them. It can cause cancer. UV is also terrible for your hair, right? You've seen hair get bleached and changed colors because of the sun. That's UV damage. But where this gets interesting is our beards are designed UV ray protectors, right? When you think of mountain men, when you think of people that are climbing and living at elevation, what is the image that comes to mind? A guy with a beard, oftentimes, right, a frozen or frosty beard, but there's a beard, and that's likely for UV protection, whether they know it or not. Now, this is gonna be an extreme test, right? It is more UV exposure, but is a beard something that's really going to help us? It's going to save that exposure to our skin, at least on the portion where it's covering. Something interesting to think about, but if we're talking strictly about the health of our beards, that increased UV exposure is not good for our beard. The higher elevation you go, the more likely you are to be dehydrated, at least until your body gets used to it. As your body is acclimating to new higher elevations, it is going to lose more than usual water and sodium, causing that dehydration. Now, this is like a double down of bad because the higher up you go, the climate becomes more dry and cool. When you are in a drier or cooler climate, you need that hydration more than ever, and you're getting less. Now, we know how important that hydration is to our beard health. I'm actually gonna make a video just breaking that exact idea down in the near future, but this is a big factor. Trust me on this. If you really up your water intake after having weeks of poor water intake, you're gonna feel it. You will really see those benefits. Elevation oftentimes is gonna bring the opposite impact that you want on your beard. With all of that said, the negative things about beard health and the maintenance of the beard, if you are at a higher elevation, you are likely to experience a sudden growth spurt. Yes, your beard will grow faster. I know it defies all logic, it doesn't really make any sense, but it all comes down to the lower air pressure. When you have lower air pressure, hairs react differently. Oftentimes, wavy or curly hairs will straighten out. They no longer have the same ability to retain moisture that they did in a separate, different climate. What happens when you have wavy or curly hairs often is the water molecules are latching onto the hairs, making them heavier. And when they're heavier, they push back towards the source, making them curl up, and that no longer happens. that same low pressure, that same difference in the way the hairs act can cause the hairs to grow faster. So if we have someone out there that wants to be our test dummy, measure your growth rate for like a month, then go live in a mountain, tell us how it feels. You're gonna deal with the cracked skin, the dry skin, the dehydration. But if it grows faster, we come back and treat your beard and bring all that hydration back. Is it worth it? I don't know. It's kind of an extreme example here, and I don't expect anybody to really apply this, but I found that to be so fascinating that hair will likely grow faster at high elevations. Conclusion to wrap it up, thoughts, questions? What'd you guys think about that fart line opener? I thought it was pretty good. What'd you think about that knowledge bomb at the end with the hair growing faster? Do we have any hikers out there? Do we have anybody that lives at elevation, maybe Denver or Mexico City? I would love to hear your guys' experience. This is something that I thought was really cool, and I thought a lot of you would share in just learning about it, even if we don't get to use it. Hey guys, thank you for watching today. I'm excited to hear your questions and your comments. Dan C. Bearded, stay bearded and stay positive.